Hey, Assalamu alaikum, this is Malik Bhai, and we're going to continue on with the story of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. So boys, as we know, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam gave dawah to his dad, right? That didn't work out very well. Then he was thrown into the fire, right? When he tried to talk to his people, he broke the idols when they went for this festival. And after that, we know that that the miracle that happened in the fire. Then he had a conversation with the king, right? And then after that, after the story of the king, he left with his cousin or nephew Luth, okay? And we also talked about. Oh, by the way, what was the king's name? Namrud. Very good. Okay, just doing a pop quiz here. And also we talked about how he was like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I want to see the creation, right? Remember the whole story about the 4 birds that Allah told him to put them into different parts of the mountain. And now Ibrahim alayhi salam is leaving to which land? Which blessed land?
Mecca.
No.
He's in Mecca, I mean.
No.
We don't know.
We do. It was called the land of Shaam. And Shaam, the whole region of Shaam includes current days Syria, Palestine, Lebanon, Jordan, and the most holiest of all is Jerusalem. All that area was considered Shaam. So now they're going, and on their way they pass by this area. Him and his cousin nephew, Prophet Lut alayhi salam, right? And now they're going, and they go to. Now, by the way, did Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam have any kids yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who?
Ibrahim.
No, he didn't have that yet. If he did, we would have talked about the whole story about Zamzam and everything, right? Huh?
When you left, I thought, no, we didn't talk about that yet.
No. So then we had to talk. Then he went to on the way he passed to Harran. Now this is where we left off. We said that there were people who used to worship stars. It was a very flexible religion. Go out in the middle of the night or go out, at nighttime, look up at the sky. There's many stars out there. The first star, you sometimes might even see some planets. Pick one, start worshiping it. You can worship sun if you want, right? You can worship the moon. It looks beautiful. Sun is the biggest, right? It's the biggest thing that's out there that we can see up there, right? So now Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted to teach these people dawah, right? He wanted to teach them about Islam. So he's like, all right, I'll do the same thing what you guys are doing, right? But this was just so check out what he does. He goes and he so first comes out after sunset. There's a planet Venus, okay? So he sees this planet and he's like, oh, that is my Lord. And when that planet set, when does it set?
You said that he already went through the whole miracle thing.
Yeah.
When he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the birds come alive. So he's already getting wahi from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right?
So now
why is he doing that Lord thing?
I think it's
To show the people?
We'll find out. Good question. So let's just see. Because this is what people are doing, right? Everybody in that town are seeing, it was a flexible religion, and he's like, oh, this must be my God, right? And then that when the planet vanished, or that star vanished, when does it vanish?
No, since sunrise.
Sunrise, yeah, in the daytime. Now you can't see it anymore. And then so he's like, I don't like those who set. So then next day he goes again with the people. It's time to pray, guys. Okay, so let's all get together in the middle of the nowhere. Outside, right, in our backyard maybe, and they see a moon. He's like, oh, this is moon. It's this must be my Lord. And when the moon set, he was like, oh man, unless my God guides me, I will be one of the ones who do error. And then what he does is then he sees a sun, right? Oh man, this must be it. This is the biggest. And then when that's said, then he basically told people like, how can you worship? So here's the thing. Some people actually make a mistake that they say that Ibrahim alayhi salam was looking for guidance. He was looking for Allah. Was he looking for Allah? Like you said, he had already talked to Allah. He had already seen the miracle. He's been giving dawah to his father since he was a young kid. Yes, Lauddin.
I know what he's doing that so then like
after he's done worshipping all the things that they worship, he's gonna say, how can you worship these things if it goes away? And you know what I mean?
Right. So it was his style. Just it's kind of like when he was giving dawah to when he broke the idols. Did he not know that Big One didn't kill the idol? He did, but he was just joking around, right? Just to let people believe, feel like what they're doing is just so foolish. So that was the Ibrahim alayhi salam's dawah style. This is how he invited people to Islam. He basically would. So even in this case, it was a dawah presentation, and that presentation was where he would just be like, yeah, I'm doing exactly what you guys are doing, and then be like, no, I don't like this. This can't be my God. So then at the end, he said, because remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in many ayat that Ibrahim alayhi salam was وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. He was not the one who did shirk. So in this case, he was not looking for guidance. I mean, he's already a prophet. It's not like he was like seeking the truth and he's like, I'm looking for Allah. No, this was just a dawah presentation to these worshippers of stars. And then then at the end he goes, I'm disassociating myself from what you are worshiping. There's no way I can do what you guys are doing. It will make people realize you can't just tell people what to do. You have to make them think, right? Think about how foolish what they're doing. So in the beginning, build that relationship. Now in this case, he wasn't really worshiping the stars. He was just like, inside his heart, he did believe in Allah, but that was just his way of giving dawah to his people, okay? Inviting people to Islam. So he had debated with his father, the king, his people who worshipped the idols, and now these people who are worshipping stars. So you can see Ibrahim al-Islam, and he's traveling to different parts of the world, and his life has always been teaching people about Islam. So now he makes this hijrah from Harran, and he goes to Egypt, okay? So first he was in Iraq area, but that's kind of where he grew up. Now he was in Harran. While he was going to Egypt, he stopped by in Harran, and now he's going to Egypt. So a news came to the king of Egypt, okay, that there's a man who is accompanying a beautiful woman. Who was this woman?
Hajar.
No.
Sarah?
Sarah. Very good. Very good. Okay. So in our next video, so I think we're done for the day. We kind of recap so far what we have covered about Prophet Ibrahim al-Islam, his invitation to different people, and now we learned in this video, in this lecture today, guys, we learned mainly about his dawah style to different people, right? And no matter where he went, he was just inviting people to Islam. And in this case, his dawah style was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm looking for guidance. No, he already has guidance, but he's trying to tell other people what they're doing, how foolish it is, right? Kind of like, your God must have killed the other gods. Well, these gods can't move. Then he's like, well, why are you worshiping them, right? Same thing with this one. Well, this can't be my God, the God who vanishes away, comes at nighttime and I can't see him in the morning, right? So that was his style. Now he's leaving. He has this beautiful wife by the name of Sarah, and now a king finds out, king of Egypt, that there's a man. Now they don't know this is Ibrahim, but there's a man who has this beautiful wife with him. So let's see what happens in our next series. This is Malik Bhai. Inshallah, we'll see you next time. If this is your first time coming to the channel, make sure you don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.